Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Commodity Futures Report for Wednesday, July 27, starting with the 10-year yields here. I haven't spoken about these for a little while, but last time we spoke we were looking for wave 4, so that's still in play, and we can see a really lovely 5-wave structure here. So the market pulling back to the previous wave 4 is pretty much the reality of wave 4, so that's all sort of good. So yeah, wave 4s can get complicated, so it may get more complicated than this as well, but also too, it's giving at the 3%, it's giving a classic trading levels pattern across that major trading level 3 there. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level. So when we're looking at it like this, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the corrective move here. So when it gets back up on the level there, then you know it's going to go higher at that point. For the Australians as well, I'm going to start covering the shorter yields in the 2 years on bonds in the ASX video shortly as well. Rightio, so over to the US dollar. So the monthly chart here is 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, ABC for the fourth, and then up for the fifth. Now, we can have a top in place, I'm trying to confirm that, or we can have a little wave 3 here and a wave 4 and a wave 5 to go up a little bit higher. So I'm just trying to confirm that at the moment, but taking to the daily chart and picking it up from this wave 4 here on the daily, which is down here. So we've got 1 and 2, that's pretty, all of this nice beautiful long third wave here. The thing that this wave 4 here is it's big enough compared to what we've seen before, but it's just not complicated as it should be. So I'm a little bit curious that we can still have a top to come in play with this. But anyway, as it goes, wave 4 here, and then we've been looking at it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 as a top, so that can be a top at this point. We could also look at all of this move up here as wave 1 and back for wave 2 where the 4 is here, and then have this as wave 4. It's only when this comes down enough to overlap this top here that I can negate that and pull that away. We can also see too that the stochastics is also gearing up here as well on the daily chart, so that's meaningful in its own way. So what I'm trying to figure out here is what we've got here in terms of the move to the downside so far. So there's a few little things here. We can now count the move down here as an impulse wave, so the move up here being a corrective wave. But if this was going to move up here, we'd need to see the market really struggle at this point, and if it can struggle, well, then the calculations on the stochastics will speed this up. And if this can move, at the moment it's not ahead of the price is ahead of this move here, so we need to see so we need to see this move up really fast here to look at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, or down for 1, back for 2, and down. So we need this to move, get a move on. So the way that will occur, we'll see that by the market creeping to the upside, but we've had that nice strong move there, so that's not creeping by any means. So let's just go into the intraday and check on this. I'll spend more time on this when I do the euro video or the Australian video, because we've got the Australian dollar or the euro next to that. But basically, in a nutshell, I've been counting down from the top here as 1 and 2, and then all the way down here for green wave 3, a 38.2% retracement level for wave 4, and then down for wave 5, and then we've been looking at this as an ABC correction here. That's the 50-60% that it can pull into. So yeah, we can look at this as wave 1 down here. We could also look at it as a wave 4 if we looked at this as an A wave here and a B wave here and a C wave here. A bit short on the C wave, so probably not the case, but and once we cross that red line there, then we know that we've got overlapping wave structures, so then I'll have to remove that wave 4, and that's okay. So I've got a few things going on here. So in a couple of sessions, we'll look for a short trade setup here, but I just got to be careful we don't run away on us up here as well. This is wave 2 here at this stage is a nice size for the relationship of this, but it's small on the small side. It could be a little bit bigger, so we may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, then an A, B, C, and then another 5, so a larger A, B, and C up here. So I just need to wait and see, and just need a bit more information with all of this, but things have become a lot clearer in this market, in this space here for this. Alrighty, over to the gold. So with GDX here, I'm thinking that we've been looking at this as wave 3 here, and then over to wave 4 and down for wave 5. Large numbers like $25 will skew the wave count a little bit. So, but I'm thinking we're looking for a wave 4 here, and then still one more move to the downside. When we come to US spot gold though, we can count it down as already being completed here. So it chucks a bit of a spanner in the works, but we just need to work through them. So this is US spot gold here. So we've got the A wave here, the B wave up here, and then 5 waves down here. So opening this up here, we're looking at 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and then further down for wave 5. So yeah, well, wave 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 here, and all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, fourth, fifth for the third, the fourth, the fifth for the third here, the fourth here. I could put this wave 4 here and wave 5 here and finish it, or I could look at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for this wave 4. As I mentioned yesterday, we just need to see this come down. You know, it has come down from yesterday. If it takes that top out there, well, then you can go long from that point, because when we're talking about 17 or any large number, but 17 in this case, we look for group 1 above, which is 1, 2, and 3, in this case 10, 20, and 30, and that's group 1, and then below that's group 2. That's the swing range for the price to swing around in, and once you understand that, once it comes in and lands into this point, then all you need to do is just give it time in that space with any number, you know. You just need to find the group 1 and group 2 of any number. It could be 1600. It could be 1650. So if it's 1650, it would be 51, 52, and 53 above, and then group 2 below. So if we get support on top of group 1 here, well, then that's a trade setup, and we have to go long from that point. But at this moment here, it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down. Bit of an overlap on 1 and 4, and so we'll just chill on this. But we can see stocks like Newcrest Mining still need to move down further as well. So we're not there yet, but it's possible to have a low in here if we look at this in that fashion. But otherwise, we need for another move to the downside. Wave C of 5. Of 4 here. So anyway, we're getting there for that, and silver will be pretty much the same as well. So we can put wave 3 here, we can actually put wave 5 here, or we can put this over here for wave 4 and then down for wave 5 here. So I'm not too fussed at this point. We're close, but I just want to give it a bit more time to sort itself out, and it'd be nice to have all the stocks lined up with all this as well, like Newcrest Mining and Barrick Gold and those sort of things, and GDX, and bringing them all in together, so we've got a little bit of a consensus on the situation, rather than is it this or is it that sort of thing. So we're not missing much. You can count that up there as 5 waves, but that still doesn't really make much difference. You know, you can have an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to here and go down. You know, if we get from this low here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, get a nice 5-wave move to the upside, we'll just buy the pullback, you know, and then we'll build in on the long side over that side. But we don't have that yet, so we'll just take a chill pill on that and let it sort of mature so we get it right. Okay, over to the energy sector. So this is the ETF here for Exxon and all of those guys, and Exxon plays a big part in that, so I did bring the chart up for that today. So basically with this market, and this is what I'm worried about crude for as well, and you know, the gas market has had 5 waves down and it's pulled way back up here, but we know, you know, if you're a European, you'll know the European gas situation with Nord Stream 2 down at 20%, and anyway, there's the big story about that. But so this here, I'm thinking that, you know, I've always had it as the A wave, the B wave, and this is probably wave 1 here and 2 here, and 3, 4, and 5 here, and then we'll come down here. So I think crude oil can be like that as well. So we just need to, you know, I'm just being careful basically, and this is Exxon Mobil here as well, so we could put this in here as the same thing. Let me just I made a mess of that. Still okay. Okay, let's get it right. Oh, that didn't help either. Okay. So we'll just keep an eye on this market and the crude market, and we'll get there in the end with this. But I just you know, I mean, I'm just putting out a warning sign. That's all. Up at this point here at the 61.8%. There's going to be, and this will you know be. Crude will be the same as well, so this is to a point, you know, that's probably not finished yet, but as an ABC here. But anyway, it just gives you a bit of an idea of what I'm thinking, and that means that if that's the case, then this one here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same here for this energy sector and all its cohorts in here. And then that brings us over to crude, because as crude at the moment, we can view it as an A and a B and a C wave. We do know that, you know, it is a correction, and corrections, you know, can get more complicated than this. So what I'm thinking is that we've got the A wave up in the ETFs and the B wave, and then we're looking up as 1 and 2, and we're looking up for not that they have to do exactly the same, but we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here for this to finish off here for this A, B, and C. Now in this situation here, we can go an A, B, C, and the low is in place here, and we're in a bullish market here for that. But I'm not quite sold on that just yet, you know, because those other markets have got 5 waves coming down at this point. So I'm just working 2 counts, and then I'm just justifying why I'm doing that to a point based on stock and so on. So yeah, that's it. But this little thing here is not looking really good here, so we may end up with a more complicated B wave at this point. This up here is in 3 waves. It's not in, I can get 5 waves to that point, and then it was cruising along all right as 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but difficult to get 5 waves out of that. I'm getting more like 5 waves down to here, but I haven't made 5 waves down here either yet as well. So I'll just wait to see what this is here first before I sort of open my gob. We were looking at it to get to the box here and then chuck a wobbly. So I'll just see what we've got here. We may end up needing to bring this over here or something like that, but then it puts me a little bit too far behind the stocks at that point, you know. I can also count this as 5 waves down here, by the way, as well. But I'm looking at it as a B wave based on Exxon Mobil and the others. So I'll just yeah, it has chucked a bit of a spanner in the works and not given me what I wanted here. So I'll just let it mature, and I'll pick up the pieces, and I won't make any rash decisions outside of that until I can see what other thing it could possibly be at this point. But based on this impulse wave here, we should get 5 waves over here. But it does mean that, you know, the guideline of alternation, simple wave, complex wave, and simple, complex, simple, or simple, complex, and more complex. But in this case, it will be simple, complex, and simple. So yeah, this is maybe getting a bit complex here. It does look like a B wave up here, and it does look like I can get a C wave here. But the trouble with that is, as I mentioned, just puts me behind the 8 ball with the ETFs and the stocks. So yeah, I've got to bring them in together. Anyway, that's where we are there. The gas market, it's just moving higher and higher. So I was looking at it as an A wave and a B wave and going up for a C wave here, but we're the current price is the 78.6, so we're kind of very close to the top there. In terms of counting it up as an A wave and a B wave and a C wave up there, my best bet is 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then the extension in the fifth wave, which would kind of suit the emotional situation that's going on at the moment, you know, having Europe move into winter with no power. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, fourth, fifth for 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave. So if you're going to go long in this, you really need to have support over here for that. You need a classic trading levels pattern on there for that. This is an overshoot pattern where it doesn't stop at the level, so don't often see that. So that would be this one here where it doesn't stop at the level. So the distance above that it goes is normally the distance below. And then what it does is whatever number it's working with, price point here, this level here, it becomes the balance line of the correction, as it always does, you know. So getting it over here with the first high above the level to go up higher would be what you'd be looking at to move up here with that. US copper, so we've got wave 3, 4 and 5 here for wave 3. I was looking for wave 4 to pull back, and we're not at the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree or the 38.2% retracement level, which is a bit higher. So we had the A wave going along, the ABC, the B wave was cool, and then we had the first impulse wave, so we're on our way. But then this moved back down. We've got a little 5-wave structure in here, but this one's moved back and overlapped this one here. So I can't go wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and that's 1, 2, I think that's all okay there. So it's probably can we borrow one of these? I'll just take that one. It's probably a situation where we've got something like this here, 1 and 2 back here, you know, like a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So anyway, the stochastics are suggesting that it's stretched, so we should see that sort of push up. Maybe it could be 1 and 2 here and I've missed it, and a 3, 4, 5 here. We've got a top in play, but I wouldn't short this unless I was under this 33 here. I need to see a total sort of collapse of that at that point. Otherwise we'll just wait for that to move higher into that space. That's copper, and that's it. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.